As darkness fell, Cam Jordan hit Terron Armstead's show, The Set, to drop massive clues about his fate. While keeping his ultimate choice hidden, the powerhouse revealed exactly what he craves. Who Dat Nation, brace yourselves for explosive updates in this saga. Before plunging into this absolute madness, your voice matters. Where will number 94 go for the next war? Will he anchor his legacy here? Or will this gladiator strap on entirely unfamiliar armor for the very first time? Storm that reply zone below, unleash your boldest predictions, and let us debate. Brutal honesty here. My gut screams that our Titan is leaving forever. I sounded the alarms online the second the show ended. I fired off another warning on X at dawn. The writing is on the wall. If our defensive cornerstone truly hungered to anchor his legacy here in the Big Easy, we would possess absolute certainty by now. Instead, the legend confessed on the broadcast yesterday that exactly 3 paths lie open before him. Deep discussions with his wife are actively underway. Prioritizing his family's absolute triumph will dictate his choice. Yet, exactly 3 specific battlegrounds remain on his radar as he hunts for the perfect stronghold to conquer his upcoming contract. Shout out to Terron, because we are about to unveil explosive posts and raw quotes that brilliantly unravel the sheer chaos unfolding behind the curtain. Broadcasting raw footage is strictly off limits since copyright shields prevent us from ripping another creator's sacred tape. Brace yourselves, here's the electrifying breakdown of the absolute madness so far. The beast chillingly confessed to cleaning out his sanctuary, snatching his gear just in case his kingdom refuses to re-sign him. That agonizing detail proves our beloved franchise still holds a fierce chance. Returning home remains a wildly viable crusade, yet the gladiator swore he is weighing exactly 3 paths. I mapped out 4 epic battlegrounds, convinced the victor hides within this fierce quartet. Remaining loyal makes massive strategic sense. Meanwhile, the Denver Broncos are ruthlessly attacking, recently stealing Jalen Waddle in a massive trade. The mighty Kansas City Chiefs desperately crave a lethal edge assassin, or the Chicago Bears, reuniting him with brilliant Dennis Allen. Listen closely. Riches are not driving this beast. He demands a dominant presence, hungering to shatter all-time sack records and conquer immense, deeply personal milestones before his unstoppable fire fades out. I practically set the internet ablaze yesterday evening, pouring my soul out over our hero. We have sounded this exact alarm since the winter chill arrived. Heartbreaking farewells are absolutely inevitable right now. A violent changing of the guard is ruthlessly ripping away classic heroes to forge an entirely fresh dynasty. This painful evolution has brewed for 12 agonizing months, yet I swore I could survive losing any warrior on Earth except number 94. Speaking with pure loyalty, I totally grasp why factions of our ruthless fanbase believe severing ties completely is the necessary choice. I totally realize why our champion hungers for fresh conquests. Yet, that logical truth cannot shield my soul from the sheer agony of watching him walk. Our hero chillingly warned that pouring his heart into this metropolis guarantees 0 affection in return. He openly declared his undying passion for us. He adores bleeding for this iconic franchise. Yet if the front office refuses to match his burning devotion with equal fire, that devastating disconnect will shatter their bond and spark an unstoppable exodus. Unquestionably, this town worships him, and that mutual adoration runs extremely deep. The Titan promised that even if he dons enemy colors, his charitable spirit will forever dominate our mighty, historic streets. His physical presence will forever grace our neighborhoods. Deep down, my soul begs for his triumphant return, yet your explosive opinions matter most. Must he defend this glorious city once more? Smash that yes or no down in the reply zone. Analyzing this chaos reveals a pure 50-50 coin toss. A miraculous homecoming remains completely viable. Terron Armstead is clinging to hope. The host fiercely believes a monumental extension will strike. Granted, the massive lineman lacks any secret front office clearance. The host freely confessed on air that his explosive broadcast refuses to chase viral scoops. He simply built a sanctuary where gladiators and brothers unleash their unfiltered truths upon the world. I strongly stand firmly by those thrilling 50-50 odds. A glorious hometown reunion remains incredibly viable. However, watching him ruthlessly conquer a massive fortune in enemy territory, hijacking a dominant role elsewhere just to absolutely obliterate opposing quarterbacks and skyrocket his legendary sack totals is a major threat. Stick around because I will fiercely justify exactly why those 50-50 odds are perfect. We will tear into jaw-dropping quotes momentarily. But before those fireworks, I must reveal the magic of prize picks. The postseason bloodbath is catching fire as epic collegiate hardwood tournaments finally erupt now. When your basketball instincts prove flawless, this glorious arena ensures your undeniable brilliance gets vastly rewarded. Every gravity-defying slam, surgical pass, and glorious victory electrifies your absolute soul. Their revolutionary team-based battlegrounds just dropped, allowing you to dominate outright winners, massive spreads, and total chaos alongside player targets. Secure massive treasure when buzzer beaters drop, monstrous slams rattle the rim, and legendary underdog stories shock the globe this epic season on Prize Picks. You literally wield the power to crown victors straight up. Which powerhouse survives the upcoming massive war? Who conquers the heavyweight brawl? Fuel bold predictions with hard cash and reap rewards. Here is a brilliant example. Cameron Boozer unlocks a ridiculously lethal advantage for the mighty Blue Devils. Half a point edge. Lock those picks down right now to absolutely skyrocket your ultimate payouts. Enter Darius Off, representing the Arkansas Razorbacks, the undisputed SEC Kings. Coach Cal's prodigy, Off, is an absolute menace. Honestly, this unstoppable beast deserves that undisputed top draft spot. I am smashing the over for his 35 total points, boards, and dimes. Meanwhile, I am fading Isaac Finlinson, taking the under on his 9.5 points. He simply cannot break that ceiling lately. Plus, expect those Razorbacks to absolutely obliterate Hawaii when they clash on the hardwood. Love my predictions? Hate them? It makes zero difference to me. Trail my card or aggressively fade me over at Prize Picks. These squad selections are officially live across 35 states right now, hitting massive markets like California, Texas, and Georgia. Washington joins the fray, among others. Prize Picks delivers pure adrenaline, making predicting outright victors, point margins, and over-unders incredibly simple. Grab the mobile application right now and lock in those ultimate spread or total predictions as this chaotic postseason crusade intensifies. Score $50 immediately for your daily fantasy rosters, the second you enter a $5 card using promo code CLNS. Do not forget, punch in promo code CLNS to trigger that instant $50 bonus for your daily fantasy card after risking just $5. Huge respect to Prize Picks, the ultimate arena where nailing predictions pays off. Smash that link down in the comments or description to launch your journey. Moving on, we need to dissect some explosive statements Cam Jordan just dropped on Terron Armstead's podcast, The Set. These words completely expose his hidden free agency motives. He mentioned how veterans his age often ink new deals with their lifelong franchises, making fans erupt, screaming, "Hell yes, we absolutely live for that loyalty." However, Jordan clarified that another man's reality is not necessarily his own. Gridiron warriors can only command their own destinies. Despite desperately craving that mutual, fiery devotion from his organization, the brutal corporate reality of the league hits right in the gut. He stressed the absolute necessity of ripping all sentimentality straight out of the equation. Naturally, his heart yearns to bleed black and gold in New Orleans forever. But if the grand vision shatters, he is entirely prepared to forge a brand new legacy elsewhere. He possesses a razor-sharp vision of his ultimate objectives. Should the franchise fail to match that burning ambition, he is perfectly willing to walk away. Make no mistake, securing the bag remains a monumental piece of this puzzle. Yet shockingly, his actual snap count and battlefield deployment might carry even heavier weight. The proof is undeniably glaring. Jordan is on a relentless crusade to conquer the all-time sack leaderboard. We are about to reveal another fiery excerpt where he explicitly demands a prime environment to unleash 10, 11, or 12 brutal sacks. He intends to violently ascend those historical ranks and cement his terrifying gridiron supremacy. Let me drop some mind-blowing stats I unearthed. Throughout his terrifying career, this man has utterly destroyed the Atlanta Falcons to the tune of 26 massive sacks. Absolutely undisputed, he has ruthlessly victimized the Falcons in every single collision. 26 historic sacks demands 26 new channel subscriptions right now. Can we smash that goal? Obliterate that subscribe button immediately to track every single dramatic twist involving this iconic edge rusher and the entire New Orleans Saints empire. Let us properly honor those 26 glorious takedowns against Atlanta by rallying at least 26 brand new warriors to the channel on this exact broadcast. Shifting gears, insider Catherine Terrell dropped more gasoline regarding his mindset. Jordan harbors a very specific definition of worth, and that stretches far beyond pure cash, deeply involving his defensive alignment. Financial compensation matters, obviously, but his primary obsession lies in securing the perfect strategic rotation to mercilessly hunt down 10, 12, or even 13 opposing quarterbacks next year. He demands the ultimate launchpad to achieve pure devastation. This realization forces us to aggressively examine which rival war rooms might actually unleash a bidding war for his lethal services. New Orleans still offers a legitimate pathway for him to reign supreme. Meanwhile, the Denver Broncos boast a fiercely dangerous squad, deep-rooted ties with Sean Payton, and a desperate hunger for an alpha edge defender. Kansas City urgently craves elite quarterback hunters to fuel their dynasty. Chicago desperately needs a battle-tested commander to anchor their trenches, regardless of which battleground he eventually chooses. This gladiator will undoubtedly detonate another monstrous campaign while elevating his legendary locker room presence to astronomical heights. Whether mentoring in the Big Easy or taking over a brand new locker room, he will absolutely inject championship DNA into the roster. Jordan continued, confessing that despite his undying love for his adopted Louisiana home, if the organization's offer disrespects his true worth, he fully grasps the cold-blooded reality of NFL economics. Honestly, this situation is heartbreakingly tense. The financial benchmarks are undeniably crystal clear. Yet, the tactical deployment, snap counts, raw statistical impact, and a legitimate shot at glory hold equal, fiery importance to this future Hall of Famer. Therefore, simply tossing $9 million his way will not magically solve this crisis. Handing over a generic 2-year pact is nowhere near enough. It requires a masterful cocktail of elite compensation and profound reverence, a blockbuster payday that honors his legendary past, while fully acknowledging the absolute terror he can still inflict today. Do not forget he racked up 10.5 brutal takedowns just last year. The man undeniably commands a heavyweight salary, but securing the right tactical scheme, guaranteed snaps, and the perfect hunting ground to rack up devastating stats remain absolutely non-negotiable. Why am I utterly convinced his on-field deployment is the true deal-breaker? Because this beast is agonizingly close to violently smashing his way into the top 10 quarterback assassins in NFL history. Seriously, if he unleashes another 10-sack rampage this upcoming season, he will explosively catapult himself into the absolute stratosphere of that legendary pantheon. Even a quiet campaign of 4 or 5 measly takedowns firmly anchors him inside the top 13 of all time. Make zero mistake, cementing an immortal legacy is a burning obsession for him. While finishing his crusade in Louisiana carries deep emotional weight, he explicitly confessed that blind franchise loyalty no longer dictates his ultimate destiny like it does for others. Interestingly, the veteran explicitly stated that the black and gold could legitimately chase a Lombardi within 24 months. That tantalizing timeline adds massive gravity to his decision. It all loops back to pure championship hunger. Are they built for absolute warfare, or will he just suffer weekly beatdowns, scrape together a few marginal highlights, and quietly fade away? Absolutely not. He craves a bloody, deep playoff crusade to finally clutch that elusive, glorious championship hardware he has spent his entire life hunting. It is incredibly fascinating he believes his physical engine holds enough fuel for roughly 2 to 3 more grueling campaigns. Honestly, I would be absolutely stunned if he survives that entire timeline, but his confidence that they can wage war for a title soon is a massive factor. Let us lock in some final verdicts to close out this intense saga. This entire standoff is incredibly volatile and shifting by the minute. Truthfully, do not anticipate any blockbuster announcements dropping anytime soon. However, if this truly marks the tragic conclusion of his epic reign in the Big Easy, we can only stand and salute. Thank you, number 94. It has been an absolutely phenomenal, unforgettable crusade. We have witnessed pure gridiron magic alongside some truly agonizing heartbreaks, yet my soul harbors nothing but profound respect and fiery passion for the great Cam Jordan. My heart desperately craves his heroic return to New Orleans, but should he depart, I pray he dominates tremendously elsewhere. When the final whistle echoes, perhaps he will return to forever immortalize his legacy in the black and gold. The future is a total mystery. It feels like a 50-50 split. But if this is our grand farewell, thank you for everything, Cam. Let us shower this warrior with absolute glory. Wham, bam. Thank you, Cam, is my ultimate battle cry. Levels. There are epic tiers to this. Drop levels below and shower respect upon number 94. Massive gratitude for standing with our fierce legion at Saints Now by Chat Sports. For the most electrifying news and explosive team rumors, smash that subscribe button hard. A thunderous welcome to every warrior who recently pledged loyalty to our majestic Golden Gang. We just witnessed a massive explosion of new subscribers. If you recently joined the front line, roar your name down in the comments. I will deliver an epic shout out to honor your arrival. Thanks for holding the line. Stay fiercely golden. See you soon.